Alright, how's it going, lads? It's been 2 years since The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim was released, and we all know. I know we're getting Elder Scrolls Online soon in spring of 2014. However, that will keep us entertained in the Elder Scrolls world until Elder Scrolls 6. But you know, because Elder Scrolls Online is taking place in all of Tamriel, you know, there's not much predictions to make on where it will be located, which is something Elder Scrolls fans love to do, is predict the location of the next Elder Scrolls. But because, as I said, Elder Scrolls Online is all of Tamriel, we are going to predict Elder Scrolls 6, where that will be located. So, the provinces we have are High Rock, home of the Bretons, Hammerfell, High Rock, home of the Bretons and Orcs. Always forget about the Orcs. Skyrim, home of the Nords, Hammerfell, home of the Redguards, Morrowind, home of the Dunmore or Dark Elves, Cyrodiil, home of the Imperial. Oh no, yeah, Cyrodiil, home of the Imperials. Sorry. Somerset Isles, home of the Altmer or the High Elves. Ballinwood, home of the Bormer, I believe, or Wood Elves. Elsewhere, home of the Khajiit, and Blackmarsh, home of the Argonians. So, for what we're gonna take out of the equation first? Well, most likely, of course, we're gonna take out Skyrim. Reason being, that was where the last game took place. What we taking out next? It's gonna be Cyrodiil. That was Oblivion. Cyrodiil was the province where Oblivion took place. So, most likely not. It's not going to be there. Next one we're going to take out is Morrowind. Reason being, that's where Morrowind took place. That was also pretty recent. So, the main ones we're going to completely exclude, without a doubt, won't be in the next Elder Scrolls, is Skyrim, Cyrodiil, and Morrowind. So that leaves us with High Rock, Hammerfell, Somerset Isles, Ballinwood, Elsewhere, and Blackmarsh. Now what I'm going to cross out next is High Rock. Reason being, I think, first of all, that's where the second Elder Scrolls took place, but that's a very minor reason why I'm excluding High Rock. I would love it to be in High Rock, because my character is a Breton. I love the Bretons, and I would love a game in High Rock. But with the new consoles coming out, Elder Scrolls can't really be held back like they have been lately because of the current gen consoles. A lot of the hardcore fans think Elder Scrolls is capable of so much more, but it can't fulfill that because of consoles holding it back. However, I am a console gamer, so, I don't want Elder Scrolls to be a PC exclusive, so, we're just gonna have to deal with the pace that consoles go at, the life cycles of consoles. But we're not talking about PC versus console, because we all know PC's better, but, I prefer console for various reasons. So, High Rock, excluding that. Hammerfell, I'm gonna exclude this for one reason. I think Hammerfell could be an excellent place to have Elder Scrolls 6. It has a region, a climate that we haven't really seen much in previous Elder Scrolls. We haven't seen much of the Redguard. Well, we got a whole game called Elder Scrolls Redguard, but I'm talking about the main Elder Scrolls 1 to 5. We haven't gotten a proper game that has much on the Redguards. We just got a little spin-off game called Elder Scrolls Redguard. So Hammerfell, the reason there is it's a reasonable size, to show what the new consoles can do. Unlike High Rock's like half the size of Hammerfell. Hammerfell's bigger than Skyrim, so it's a perfect size and all. But the one reason why I don't think it would be in Hammerfell is because if you notice, part of Hammerfell was, first of all, part of Hammerfell was in Elder Scrolls 2, but it's not really that big of a reason. The main reason why I don't think it will be Hammerfell, if it wasn't for this reason, I think it would be in Hammerfell. But the main reason why I don't think it will be in Hammerfell is because it's up more in the north of Tamriel. As you can notice, most of the games have taken place in northern provinces of Tamriel. Cyrodiil's the centre one, but it's still more to the north. It still doesn't take away the fact we haven't really explored the south at all. Not one bit have we explored the south. We will in Elder Scrolls Online, but I'm talking about more of a single player experience. So that leaves us with 4 provinces: Somerset Isles, Valenwood, Elsweyr, and Blackmarsh. The first one I'm going to exclude is Valenwood, because of the fact that its climate is very forestry, and mainly that reason. And we've already got that in Cyrodiil, so I'm going to exclude that first. Next, I'm going to exclude Elsweyr, because Elsweyr is, I actually think Elsweyr would be a great region for a game. It's got a very interesting climate: desert to the north, tropical region to the south. The problem is, I don't think people would be a fan of. I would be a fan of this, but I don't think people would be a fan of most of the province being cat-like people. I think it would be cool. Like, that's kind of being racist. Yous are all racist. Anyone who thinks that. But anyways, nothing stopping Bethesda from making the game in Elsweyr. But I'm just gonna exclude that. Elsweyr, Somerset Isles, and Blackmarsh, I think, are the 3 most likely. But anyways, so it's between Blackmarsh and Somerset Isles. Which one will I think will be the next Elder Scrolls game? Well, of course, first I'm going to talk about the one that I don't think it will be based in, and that's Somerset Isles. And you're probably just wondering, what? There's nothing in Blackmarsh to explore or do anything about, no story or anything. Hold on, I'm going to get to why I think it'll be in Blackmarsh in a second. So first, Somerset Isles. This could be a great location for a game. It's a reasonable size. It's almost the same size as Skyrim. Don't forget, if you look to the east of Skyrim, literally not all of the east is even in the game. So when you think of it, if you were to have all of Somerset Isles, it would almost be the same size as Skyrim. So size isn't a problem. It's big enough to have a game based on it. So then you have the fact that it's an island and it's isolated. There's not much need for invisible walls. Well, there'll probably be invisible walls if you dare swim out far enough. But I'd say, they could put in this thing where if you try swim out far enough, you'll probably get eaten by a shark or some sea creature. Slaughterfish, giant slaughterfish, something like that. If you try swim out too far, something like in Jak and Daxter. So there wouldn't be no need for invisible walls, which would be cool, So it's a good location to show what the new consoles are made of, and PC can actually move forward with consoles, because as I said, PC gets held back. The Elder Scrolls gets held back, even though it can do so much more on the PC, but because of consoles. But story-wise, it is a brilliant location, home of the Aldmeri Dominion, High Elves, or not, well, yeah, the Aldmeri Dominion, the Falmor I meant to say, not the Aldmeri Dominion. The Falmor, it's home to the Falmor, you can have a good story going on there with the Falmor, and maybe the Empire of Cyrodiil. Maybe the Empire might try and invade Somerset Isles, to counteract the Falmore. Stuff like that. I believe Somerset Isles is also home to the Sigil Order, so something interesting for any mages guilds in Somerset Isles. We saw a glimpse of the Sigil Order in Skyrim, and the College of Winterhold quests. They were pretty. It was a really good quest line. The problem is, though, it was really short. You can beat it in 5 hours or something. But it was really fun and very interesting. Probably the most interesting one. So, why do I think? Oh yeah, also the High Elves. They're not all like beastly like people, and they're kind of similar to humans. So you have that. Now Black Marsh. I think it's gonna be in Black Marsh. I don't know. Like, you're probably wondering why. Black Marsh is probably the least likely Black Marsh is the least likely on everyone else's list. Everyone else thinks it will be on Somerset Isles, and everyone else doesn't think it will be in Black Marsh. The most likely, it will not be in Black Marsh, and it will most likely be in Somerset Isles. And I think it will be in Somerset Isles, the second most likely. But why I think it's gonna be in Black Marsh is because, one, its size. The size of Black Marsh is huge, bigger than Skyrim. You're probably looking at the map and you're probably thinking it's pretty much the same size. But as I've said beforehand, the east part of Skyrim, a good bit of that isn't even in the game. You see where Markarth is? That is the furthest way east you can go in the game. So as you can see, Black Marsh is relatively much bigger. So size is one thing. They want to show the power of the new consoles and how much bigger the landscape can be with improved graphics. Like, of course they're showing how big the landscape can be with Elder Scrolls Online, being all Tamriel and all, but the graphics do have to get downgraded a bit, and like animations and detail has to go down so the size can go up. But if with it just being in one province, they can have the size of Black Marsh and enhanced detail and all that good stuff. So second reason, Black Marsh, the area, it's mostly swamp. We haven't had a swamp region in an Elder Scrolls game before. It will have exotic creatures, very interesting creatures, plants, plants that attack you. It's a very interesting and unexplored place. I think it'd be a great location for an Elder Scrolls game. And last but not least, the Argonians. Who does not love the Argonians? Once again, people might not want a beast creature. Okay, I got interrupted. Sorry, I was talking about the Argonians. Once again, I said people probably won't want beast-like creature being the main population of the province, but it's something different. You can't always just have mainly man. And as far as storyline goes, it's all up to Bethesda. Maybe, I don't know, it's all up to Bethesda. It's such an unknown area, and we can do so much with it. But that's my opinion. I think it's going to be in Black Marsh. Where do you think it's going to be? Thanks for watching. Bye.